So I will just get started with a few words. So setting up the session. So I will be introducing you to VibeSpot, which is a hobby project that I'm doing at the moment, which I would like to open up to all of you. I'll share my entire screen. So let me get started here. So share my desktop. Like I said, I've got a couple of slides to kick things off, and then everything else will be happening in the browser here. So VibeSpot is coming from a place where I think a lot of people who are building content within HubSpot might be or are, which is that HubSpot offers a great experience when it comes to working with your CRM, working with marketing automation, all of these things. But it's a bit of a challenge sometimes to get good content set up, right? So as a developer, you have a very hard time of getting templates built using HubL, whatever it's called. It's very tedious to write from scratch. You have modules are made up of 4 files or more, and depending on your development environment, it can be an absolute nightmare to get new content set up. And for marketers, this creates a massive problem as well, right? Because you want to get a landing page out, you want to create content, you want to test things in the field, you want to be able to change things on the fly, which HubL allows you with regards to a couple of like different properties that you can manage with type, copy, and so on and so forth, but not in scale that you're used to in 2026. I thought, okay, why not use what we all know from different other tools by now, like Lovable, Replit, Bolt, and so on and so forth, where you just enter a prompt and you get a landing page, and then you can use that in HubSpot. So I originally created a converter that can take like Lovable content and convert it into HubL-ready HubSpot content, but got the feedback, okay, it's a bit of a hassle to get everything like wired up to GitHub, then import the project from there, transform it into HubSpot, upload it there, and so on and so forth. And I thought, okay, so why not just take the shortcut and create a Lovable-like or Replit-like coding experience directly in HubSpot. And this is how we came up with VibeSpot, because HubSpot told me I'm not allowed to put a hub in front of anything that I built. All right, so enough with the slide. Let's look at the solution. So the only thing that you need to get started is a terminal. If you're on Mac or your command shell on Windows should both work, and you need Node.js pre-installed. So if you don't know what that is, Google it, download it, and you should be good to go. Otherwise, I've put everything on the website as well. And then after you've installed Node, you will see that you have a version of it. Mine is a bit older now. I think we're at 25 already, so don't be put off by that. And then the only thing that you need to put into your terminal is, let me zoom in a little bit, is npx and then just VibeSpot. And what happened is it will ask you if you want to download the entire package, and then you confirm it. I've already done it, so it will probably not ask me. So just press enter. The next thing that will happen is my browser opens and VibeSpot appears. So this is the interface. It looks pretty familiar to most of the people who have been working with vibe coding in the past. And the main thing that we're working with here are themes. So I can create within a theme. Let's just create a new one. Let's call this Profoundly Demo, for example, and click create. Now the boilerplate is automatically created, and I can choose which kind of module or thing I want to create. So build a landing page, which is what we'll be doing in a second. I can create like a boilerplate for blog posts, an entire website with subpages, navigation, all of that stuff, or just individual modules. So if I say, okay, I want to create like a new contact module, I want to create a new, I don't know, image module or something like that, I could just add that and then add it to different landing pages. There are a couple of things that I can give this thing. One is a style guide. So if I have some company colors, anything that I want to give it, like a CI, I would add that as a markdown file here. And I can add the brand voice. So I have not found a way. If you know one, let me know how you can pull the brand voice directly from HubSpot. Obviously, we're connected to the platform, so you should be able to pull it directly from there, but I haven't managed yet. So if you have this written down somewhere as a PDF, just use like a Claude or ChatGPT or whatever to convert it into a markdown file, and then you can put it in here to have the landing page sound as if it was coming from your organization. All right, so let's get started. I'll add a landing page and I'll call it Profoundly. I can type, click OK, and now we're pretty much good to go, right? So we have the chat on the left side here and the preview in the middle. We have some ways to preview this as look at the responsive design on smaller screens, phones, and so on and so forth. We have dark mode, all of that stuff. One thing that I want to add here as well is we can use a multitude of different AI models, right? So obviously VibeSpot is not coming with an LLM built in, also not with my Claude API key. So I added the option to either use Anthropic, OpenAI, or Google via API if you want to use that, or via CLI. So if you have Claude Code installed on your computer, you could just use that, which is currently, in my opinion, the best way to go, right? Because you can use the power of Claude, Anthropic directly in the system without having to pay for every prompt, right? Because you can just hook this up to your subscription and be good to go, right? So, but what that means is, in addition to installing Node, you also need to install Claude, which is not like magic. The VibeSpot will also help you do it, but it's adding a little bit of friction. The other thing that you need to set up, obviously, is like a HubSpot connection. Here we have the API integration, which is making things a little bit easier for users because I used to come from the CLI. So HubSpot, the command line interface as well. Prefer that, you can go down that route as well. Then you also need to install HubSpot CLI, right? But in this case, you only need to add a new account by adding the HubSpot personal access key, copy paste it here, connect it, and then you can use it across a multitude of different portals if you want, right? So I have one from my day job and from my night job here. We've got GitHub also set up, and if you want to pull in some project from Lovable or something like that, you would do it with this. But most of you who only use HubSpot and AI will probably only need to set up these two things. And then the VibeSpot just contains like the information on where you can find all the themes, what version you're on, and how many sessions have been saved, and so on and so forth. All right. So let's start with the boring settings and have a look at what this looks like, right? So let's make up a company. We are a plumbing company working with students in their first home, helping by unclogging drains. Our secret sauce is dynamite, works every time. Build landing page, focus on conversion, not conversation. Maybe even that. All right. So the next thing I do is I just click send. Let me just have a look quickly what AI model I've chosen. Okay, Opus for like these creative jobs is the better one, but I can also use Sonnet or Haiku, especially if I'm on the API. It's a lot cheaper to use these models, but they're fine for modifications. We'll look at that in a second. All right. So let's send this off. This normally takes like 3-4 minutes to be created. And I don't want you to look at the spinner with me now. So let's just open up a separate window and go to the VibeSpot again and look at what a generation of one of these projects looks like when they're right. So today's version is 092. So this is a test that I've done. Okay, can't switch projects while AI is generating. So let's have a look at it in HubSpot. Let's just go to my account, see which one. This is the wrong one. So let's switch to a different one. Sorry, that's the correct one. And let's have a look at what these pages look like when they've been published. Right? So we're in the design manager now, and these three things are the same ones that I see here, except for the Profoundly demo, because this hasn't been uploaded yet, right? So if we look at this setup, it contains the theme JSON, fields JSON, everything that we want, and also the template that we've set up in the HubSpot. So in VibeSpot. So how do we create a landing page from that? We just go to landing pages and content. Let me zoom in a little bit as well, and then just create a landing page. And then we use the theme that we've created here. So that would be V092 test, set as active theme. And then we have this landing page template, which came from VibeSpot. So I click edit manually, and the effect now is obviously not massive, because we've not seen how VibeSpot has built this. I would have loved to show you, but I'll show you in a second. So this is what comes out of this AI generation, right? So it's a readily working landing page with a modern look and feel. Is automatically vibed and created this pricing panels. It's got a working menu, everything that I need. And the cool thing is it has full HubL integration, right? So I can change the badge text at the top here. I can change the headline. I can change the subheadline. I've built it so that it works with placeholders. So you can use the media that you already have in HubSpot, and you can also upload media directly to the AI chat interface, right? So then it will be bundled in the theme and not available anywhere else within HubSpot. So you can go either way, both work. I think many people who like reusability, centralization, all that stuff will probably prefer to have it working with this media component within HubSpot. So I've created a picture with Gemini that could fit this theme better. And I just upload it to HubSpot and replace it on the page, and I should be good to go. Yeah. So yeah, the only other thing that I can do now is modify all of this stuff, rearrange the modules, do all of this that I normally can do, because now I'm just in HubSpot, right? So I could also create 5 different landing pages using this template. I changed the copy in all of them, no problem, because now I'm in the space where it's really easy to create new pages, because I've got one that already looks good. So I can just click preview, open it in a new tab. Yeah. And I've got my ready-made HubSpot compatible landing page to go, right? Including working menus and everything. So let's have a look where we're at. 3 minutes 44, probably needs a couple of seconds. The way that I can work with this now is I vibe a page and I shape it within VibeSpot until I've got like the wireframe in a place that I prefer. Then I publish it to HubSpot, and then within HubSpot I can use HubL to make the changes that I want to make in the system. And once I'm ready to go, I can just publish it and use all of the stuff that I like when it comes to HubSpot, like tracking, proper integration with all of my other media and everything else that I need. So 4 minutes 30 should be almost there now. Yeah. So we can look at a couple of other pages as well while we're waiting. For example, in the 091 theme, for example, this was another one where I said, okay, so we want to use popsicle sticks and create, I think it was picture frames or something. So this is also just a single prompt, created a landing page, entirely different look. As it's got all of them have like this dark background as a default, but I can change that in the vibe coding component, right? So it's a different font. Everything Claude matches the visual style to whatever you put in there, right? So if you have like a style guide or a brand voice or something like that, then that will be fit to that as well. All right. So is this like the demo cast now? If yes, then I'll just cancel that, and then we can have a look at a couple of these other pages. So I'd love to. But 6 minutes is a bit long, even for yeah. What else could we look at while we're waiting? I think the main. Let's skip this for a moment and see if we can get it there. Otherwise, I'll just restart the server, and then we can look at some of these other chats. And then you can also see the times that it took to generate the content there. So let's go down this road. Sorry, but I really want you to see what this looks like on the if it's not only finished. So this puppy page took 15:58, 56. So that would be 6 minutes roughly until completion. So this was like, we are a company that specializes in parcel distribution, blah 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 blah. So it builds out this page here. It creates this placeholder, for example. Then I said, okay, add a contact module with a placeholder to embed a HubSpot form. We have that at the bottom here. And one more thing that I wanted to show you, and this is why it was important for me to get to the final product, is we have this full module modification as well. And so I can just, if I'm going up to the hero, for example, I can swap the hero and the trust bar, and now this will be at the top, right? So I can do most of the prep work that I would do later in HubSpot already in VibeSpot as well. And we have like the full preview for all of the HubL fields within VibeSpot directly too. So I can do these modifications or check what they would look like, check for when will text wrap, what kind of like copy does look good in every one of these HubL fields in the end. And like I said, all of these modules are not just created within these templates, but they're also available as a module library, right? So I can create different landing pages and add these modules to those as well, reuse them to not be so, because everybody knows, right? If I use AI to create something and then I use AI to create the same thing, it's never the same thing. And this is the way that I think is probably the best, is by just, if I want to create different landing pages from the same template, I'll just do it. And if I want to create different landing pages with different copy for A/B testing, I would use the same template with different copy for A/B testing in HubSpot directly, for example. But if I want to have like the general shape of the landing page, but entirely different content with different design that goes beyond the capabilities of HubL, I would be able to create a new landing page here, but then reuse modules that are available within the module library within my theme directly. Yeah. So this is VibeSpot in a way. The only other thing that I wanted to give you is you're also able to download a theme from HubSpot. So you can download it from whichever portal you've got connected to VibeSpot, and then keep working on themes that you already have, right? So if you have something with like tons of modules already prepared, but you want to add a little bit of Zing to them, or your developer is not available or something, and you just need something within a new landing page, just download it to VibeSpot, change it, and then publish it again. So publish is the keyword because this is, I think, the last thing that I want to show you because I haven't yet. This works really easily by just clicking deploy at the top, and then it will ask you, okay, are you sure this is the right portal you want to publish to? I could change that here again as well. And then I just click deploy and the landing page is uploaded. So clicking this will take me directly to the landing page interface where I can then create the new landing page using the template. We've seen that 3 times now, I think. The only thing is we also get the information on what kind of files have now been uploaded here. And sometimes there might be errors because AI uses some bad field names or something like that. There's normally then a fix using AI error here as well, because that error is then sent to the large language model again with the current code, and then it's automatically fixed. It can redeploy directly from VibeSpot without any problems. You break things using vibe coding. This is why there's full version control per theme and per template as well. So you can always roll back to, sorry, there's this Zoom thing in the way right now. You can always roll back to where you were before, right? So if we go back to this, for example, and this would discard the old, I think it was the contact form that was added, shouldn't be in here anymore at that time. All right. So yeah, that's VibeSpot. So let me just go back to the presentation and look at the questions which probably are there. So if you want to try it, like I said, is so there are 2 different ways that you can get started. One is directly install Node.js, enter npx VibeSpot, and get started if you have Claude installed. Or you head over to vibespot.letsplaywith.tech, which is where VibeSpot lives at the moment. And you can find all of the information there. You can find a contact form, and whatever you need to have a chat. Yeah, you've seen it. It's a bit rough around some edges. I'm working on it in every free minute that I have. I'm really looking forward to feedback. We have just north of 1,000 active downloads and somewhere between 0 and that number users at the moment. And there's loads of feedback already coming in. It seems to be really striking a nerve. And I'm more than happy to hear what you're building with it and listening to the stories that you tell. If you want to get in touch, you can either do it right now or through my LinkedIn, which I put up here. I think Brian and Profoundly have shared my contact information in a post sometime this week as well. Or the easiest way is probably by just reaching out on the VibeSpot website. Yeah, so that's it.